Hi, it's Will from StormTheCastle.com, and here on YouTube, you know me as Epic Fantasy, and this is my latest video. This is episode 39 of my Medieval America series, where I travel all around America, visiting all kinds of wonderful sites. And in this episode, we do Nebraska and Kansas. Yes, we are in the center of the country now, although we're not in the center of the journey. I'm getting towards the end of the journey. But there's a couple of different things we look at here. We look at some of the beautiful cornfields and just the open flat lands of Kansas and Nebraska. We also visit, let me think, we visit a tiny little city called Indianola, Nebraska. We take a look at the moon over Nebraska. We visit Omaha, where I stop at a cathedral and a castle. And also we move on to Kansas City, where we take a look at a. We'll end this video off with a trip to a Renaissance fair in Kansas City. Wonderful video. A couple of beautiful states that I very much love. And then after that, pretty soon, coming up will be Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, and we'll finish this whole adventure in Arizona at the Grand Canyon. So let's do it. Did you ever dream of having a big adventure? All my life I've dreamed of seeing America. This is my journey. Travel along with me on this adventure I call Seeing Medieval America. Pueblo, Colorado. Now, before we leave Colorado, which was the last video, I just wanted to take one quick little stop in Pueblo in this video to stop at a little diner called the Great American Heroes. Called the Great American Heroes. Those Great American Heroes. And there we go. Here's a few pictures. I enjoyed it, but also wanted to say, all of this stuff that I have here. This is video 39. You can look through my playlist to watch the rest of them, or some of the other ones in particular that you want. But also on my website at stormthecastle.com, I got lots of stuff. I'll put a link to the specific area on my traveling in medieval America.
We'll never forget. And
so now,
welcome to Kansas.
There you go. Welcome to Kansas. And one thing I wanted to impress on you about Kansas was, it was a lot of flat land like this, a lot of corn, and it's just really quite remarkable.
Beautiful flat lands. All the windmills and the telephone poles. A lot of corn country, I think, right? There's corn on our left and prairies, I guess you can call them prairies on our right. Just straight flat lands, telephone poles. So yeah, easy driving. That irrigation system is interesting. I see those everywhere. I've seen those all over the country. They slowly roll their way across the field and water the plants.
Oh, let me tell you here a story about it was either Kansas or Nebraska. I can't remember exactly which one, but I had been driving for hours, literally, like just on straight flat road for hours, and had to go to the bathroom. And I was like, "There's nothing. There's just corn on the left and the right of me, corn." And it wasn't. When you think of corn, you think of when we think of cornfields, we think of horror movies with 10-foot corn stalks. But these corn stalks weren't at that age yet. They were maybe 3 feet, and so you could see over them for miles. You could see the terrain is really beautiful. But I just remember just having to go to the bathroom and thinking, "Geez, where am I going to go? I'm going to have to stop somewhere and just go to the bathroom." Until eventually I came to an intersection. I don't remember what intersection it was. I think I have pictures somewhere. And this intersection just out in the middle of nowhere with corn everywhere. There was this little piece of machinery, like some kind of harvest machinery. So I just pulled over there and I went to the bathroom and then just looked around, looked both directions, all directions, north, south, east, and west. I was amazed at just how beautiful America is. Just simple like that, just corn. Well, anyway, this is Indianola, a little town in Nebraska, and I think I looked it up. It's like the population in 2010 was like 580. So just another wonderful little town in Middle America. So let's just take a quick drive through it and get a feel for it. Then I'm going to show you 3 pictures of the moon over Nebraska. And I was doing this a lot, but I don't think I've shown you any of these pictures. Depending on what state it was, if the moon was out, I'd take a picture of it with some landscape. But these particular ones are the moon over Nebraska. So here, and then after the moon over Nebraska, we're going to head over to Omaha, and we're going to look at 2 very specific things. The first one will be St. Cecilia's Cathedral, and the second one will be something called Joslyn Castle. So there you go, the moon over Nebraska. And there we go, St. Cecilia's Cathedral in Omaha, Nebraska. Now it was completed in 1959. It took them over 50 years to build it, and it's actually, I believe, the 3rd iteration of a castle. Excuse me, of a cathedral. But and I found this one really interesting. It's beautiful, and the exterior work there is really quite remarkable. One of the things I really like about it is that exterior coating is all Indiana limestone, and I have pictures. I don't think I'm gonna post any here, but I have pictures of a lot of different dents and divots in the in the cathedral where the limestone was damaged. So I thought that was interesting to see that. Didn't realize at the time it was limestone. So, and I think that's probably the reason why. The outer coating here is limestone, and I think this has a certain amount of sensitivity to it. It's not like marble, but a beautiful cathedral, nonetheless, and that's unique. And of course, it was closed the day I visited, so I couldn't go inside. That's happened to me before. If you've been following me on this adventure, you know that happens to me sometimes. I can't get into a place, then I have to move on to the next place. That's okay. Okay, and next will be a place called Joslyn Castle. The Joslyn family made their money in some kind of newspaper printing, some kind of national newspaper printing business, and they were very good with their money. They were very, what do you call it, when people go donate and give a lot back to the community. They were very involved in that for many, many decades. The actual castle itself was completed in 1903, and it's Scottish baronial revival, which is kind of cool. I like the look of it. And there's 2 buildings. There's the castle, and then there's the carriage house. So there's the castle. So, and this too is, like I said, is Omaha, Nebraska. And that's the side of the castle. And now let's take a look at the carriage house. Here, there you go. Similar in style, of course, right? Scottish baronial, it is. Very nice nonetheless. Okay, so that's about it for Nebraska. Next, we're going to be heading south into Kansas, and then we're going to be actually heading into
City limit, Kansas City.
Kansas City, which is actually in Missouri. But our first stop is going to be at a place called Workhouse Castle, and I don't know anything about it. And I believe it has something to do with the water department for Kansas City, because I'll show you the buildings that go along with it.
270 west.
Take left, on left, to I-670 west.
There we go. There's Workhouse Castle. It's of course abandoned. Has a nice look, and it probably was really beautiful in its heyday. And now it's pretty much, let me see, abandoned and full of graffiti. And here across the street is where I'm standing now. You can see this, and this is something to do with the water department. So my guess is that castle actually had something to do with the water department too. Let's take a look at a few pictures. There we go. I like it. But the grounds are still maintained. My guess is the city owns this land, because you can see how the grass has all been cut and it's been, everything's been taken care of. The little road here, so it's probably owned by the city, still maintained by the city. Probably had something to do with the water department. If you look it up, there's my car, look. If you look it up, Workhouse Castle it's called. Find out anything about it, let me know. Shoot me an email, leave a message in the comments. But here's let's take a look at some of the graffiti. Actually, is kind of fun. I kind of enjoyed the bright, beautiful colors of it. I thought it'd be kind of cool if somebody would do the whole castle, just graffiti the whole thing. It would become some kind of a tourist spot. It would. All right, so that's pretty much that. And now we're going to make our last stop in this video, and that is at the Kansas City Renaissance Fair. Sorry, I'm pulling in. A lot of people. It was a beautiful day. A lot of people showed up. It was a pretty good Renaissance fair. Large in size. And I'll show you some video, and I'll also show you some pictures, and that's how we'll end off this video.
Okay, I am at the Kansas City Renaissance Fair. It's a big deal. There are a lot of cars here. Right? A lot of people. This is a big fair.
Cecilia champion! So, ladies, I give you the victor of the press show. Sir, the Preston, Sir Duncan!
Okay, thanks for watching. In the next video, we move on to the beautiful state of Oklahoma. Thank you.